Alright, you guys, how's it going? It's Thursday. I hope everyone's doing well. It's July 19th. I'm pretty sure it's still there. There's like a beam of light in the video, but I just recorded a whole video and I thought maybe I'll move a little closer to the camera and see if I can get rid of this beam of light. And we'll see if it shows up in the video or not. If it does, sorry, I don't know what's going on, but it's too dark. If I shut off the lights, it's like midnight in here. Anyway, we're going to talk about circular riffs, mainly, getting out of the rut of playing that square stuff when you're soloing, and also discovering really good new note choices. Give you a method to sort of try to find your way into new riffs. First, the circular riffs. This comes from, what's it called? Kickstarter, where I raised money for my CD. This is a request that somebody had, the circular riffs. So I'm just going to give you a bunch of 3-note circular riffs that you can repeat over and over. Here we go. Now, I should say that some of them are more like 4 or 5 notes, but really they're 3 distinct notes, meaning if I play a dwa, like a bent note to a quick draw, I consider that one note. It's one beat, one sound, but it's comprised of 2 notes. So let's do this one. I love this little riff. It's 4 draw bent quickly to a 4 draw. If you can't do that, just start on the 4 draw and then bend the 4 draw down all the way and go to 3 draw. All draw notes. It comes out as a really nice circular riff. So take the same idea, starting on the 3, but like a full step bend. A little more control, because there's more going on. There's more bent notes available right there in the 3, so you have to be more precise. You don't ever have to release all the way to the draw. You can go to like the half step. So draw to like a full step bend on the 3 to a half step bend back to the full step bend. A little tricky, but with practice you get it. And then 2 draw. How about 2 draw, 2 double bend, 1 draw. One long breath really helps. Just keep the breathing moving. So breathe out first, since they're all draw notes again. Take a breath out, relax. How about 4 bend all the way down, 4 draw, 5 draw. Same thing with 3 draw, full step bend to the 3 draw and the 4 draw. There's a lot of them here. Let me give you one more really good one. I'm going fast, but you can go back and listen to this. Try this one. This is just 5 draw on that bent quarter step. That's all it goes down, is about a quarter. Release it to the 5 draw quickly. Bend it back down. Now play 4 draw. No blow notes. I know right now somewhere there's somebody accidentally playing the blow notes. This is going to help you get out of that rut. I'm not saying you shouldn't use blow notes, but often they get in the way. You're using them when you don't need to use them. You can move up to the 6 and do the same riff you did on the 5. And experiment with similar riffs on all blow notes for like a first position thing. So there are some ideas on how to get out of a rut if you're playing a lot of square notes. Now, let's talk about quickly sort of the note relationships. How do you discover good note choices? Because there's a million places you can go. If you're soloing, it's kind of like it's what's the word? Lucid. You really, in many ways, you're very aware, but you're also completely lost in the moment. It's like you want to lose yourself and not have any thought, but at the same time you want things to be very clear, and you want your instincts to be very intentional so that everything comes out strong and nice and there's no weak points in your playing where you hesitate. And here's a good way, let me just get to the point. Here's a good way to self-discover new note choices. Again, imagine you're in the middle of a solo, you could go to like, 10 different options. There's no rhyme or reason necessarily other than what's going to feel right to you in that moment. Each note choice that you were to go to, and maybe I'll demo this, would lead you to a different feeling as a resolution, meaning if I resolved on the 2 draw, would be different than starting the riff on the same area but then resolving somewhere else. Going all the way to the 2 bend or the 1 draw, which will then lead me to somewhere else that I wouldn't have gone. So wherever you leave off is now going to open a different door of a whole bunch of new note choices and kind of push you in a certain direction of good note choices. So how do you self-discover those? It's a little ambiguous, I realize, but you discover them in one way. One good trick I've found is just mess around with 2 holes at a time and see what you can squeeze out of it. I once put up a video saying, what can you do with holes 1, 2, and 3? Well, try doing just 2 notes at a time. That's all on 1 and 2. Just experiment with just where you can go. Just mess around with it, make mistakes, figure out what you don't like so that you can remember that and stay away from that. Play the stuff that sounds good, and then move up to 2 and 3, and so on. 3 and 4, 4 and 5. So just another example. There's so many notes there. Yeah, and then in the 3 and 4, there's a bunch you can do. And so on. It's one good way. The other would be to take riffs that you're commonly playing, chop off the last note, and see what other good note choices there are for ending points, or even a starting point or middle point. And you'll see that you'll find some good ones that you never used for no good reason, other than either it never occurred to you or never experimented enough. So stick with it. Hey, by the way, this big harmonica workshop and performance that Adam Gusso and myself are putting on near San Jose, California, September 15th, well, it sold out 2 months early. So we're opening the door for 10 more tickets. We've already sold 3 of those. There's 7 tickets left. Get yours while you can. I'll put a link in the video description. I'll catch you guys real soon.